Blue Team powerhouse Richard Taylor is in today. We chat about his Aussie Rules career, racehorse punting, sailing on wooden boats, his family, friends, and his lead-in to October 7th's Perth Corporate Rumble. Special thanks to Strong Pilates in Rockingham, major sponsor of today's fighter, as well as Gobsmack Sports Mouthguards and Cablewise, major sponsors of the Perth Corporate Rumble. So please welcome Richard Tonne Taylor.
Yep.
We might as well kick off with your opinion here. Let me guess, 14-0, as all blue team and red teams, when I do the tips, every single person. You don't have to tip anyone. How about we don't tip, because we know what the tips are.
Yeah.
These ones here, these two, if I got stuff on my screen, I do. What do you think? Because you probably trained more with Maddie here, haven't you?
I have. Early days with Jasmine.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So
they've come along. Like I'll be honest, I haven't seen Maddie train that much.
yeah.
But I remember in the early days, these two used to spar together always in the early days, so they probably know each other quite well.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm sure from then till fight night, they'll both
Massive
have a
difference.
different technique,
The confidence,
different game plan.
the confidence I saw in Jasmine was incredible.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
and Carly Stokes is a sponsor as well. Carly Stokes Coaching. Great work, Carly. Who else have we got? Next one, Danielle and Bella.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much of Danielle. I think she missed a lot of camp.
I think she was away for the start of it. Yeah. She's got a bit of experience behind
Good
her.
technique, good form. Bella hits hard, so
This will be so good, won't it?
I think they both got a bit of mungle about them. So
Bella impressed me from the first time I saw her, in the sense of she's obviously done a fair bit of this before, and I didn't think she would, because she's quite a smaller girl. I didn't know how she was going to go, and then I saw her on those pads, and I went, "Oh Jesus,
yeah,
she's got something behind her." But Danielle's skilled as well.
Yeah, they'll both go forward. That's good.
So close, isn't
it?
Can't wait for this one, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, how good!
Alex has fought, hasn't he?
I'm not sure if he's fought boxing. I know he's fought MMA.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Barry hits real hard.
Quick.
Yep. Yeah.
Alex Torres is from what I've seen, very good. So well matched.
Yeah. So that's a bit of an unknown. Yeah.
These two girls have come along well. Innie and Jess.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be a complete unknown how they go about it. Yeah.
Jess can talk. I can guarantee that after she was in here yesterday.
I think they'll both be getting punched a lot because they like to throw punches a lot. So yeah, it'll be
that'll be good. Yeah. There's always one fight that just, I'm not sure which one it's going to be, but there's one fight that you don't expect that just turns into an absolute beauty.
Yeah.
Happens every time. Just two people turn up on the night and then suddenly have this will to win. And it's just, it's glorious, mate.
Yep.
Big boys.
Yeah, obviously the red guy's a bit of an unknown. He was in Melbourne for the matchup, hasn't done training, so at least Rory's got a fight. Rory was real worried coming into this that he wouldn't get a matchup, so I think he's just happy that he's got a fight.
It'd be hard to match up with Rory in the sense of there'd be less people to pick from. I know there's quite a few of you larger guys. When I say larger, say plus 100 kilos.
Yeah.
But to get someone that could match him fairly, I guess.
Yeah, I think myself, Ray, or Vince could have done that.
Yep.
But now that Ray and I are on his team, then no, we don't want to fight him.
I don't want to fight him. Who else we got up there? Oh, look at this. Oh, there's no question here, is there?
No, not at all.
Tonne, where'd that nickname come from? I'm going to ask you straight off.
Playing footy at Ainsley Footy Club in Canberra. I came back from pre-season with a few extra kilos and my coach nicknamed me Tonne because I had cracked the 100-kilo mark.
Oh, jeez.
And then the following pre-season, I'd put on even more weight, so he nicknamed me Tonne.
And it's gone from there.
So it's a bad nickname. It's because I kept putting weight on. Yeah.
And you're up against Michael Sugar Ray Burmy.
Yeah. As soon as I heard I was matched up with him, I went straight onto YouTube and watched his fight. Yeah, straight away.
There must be a little bit of an advantage for people like, say, you and I know Dags is fighting Mongi.
Yeah.
Wiramu and Ronnie, I suppose they're fighting each other. So there must be a little bit of an advantage watching them.
It is, but his fight I can understand why he wants to come back and have another go at it, because his opponent just ruined the fight. Just held him all the time, punched after the break, punched after the bell, punched him in the back of the head. He was just dirty, and it made it a shit fight.
Yeah.
And he was frustrated the whole fight, you could tell. So he didn't get to showcase anything.
Yeah.
So I can understand why he wants another crack at it.
Yeah, I've only met him a couple of times, and quality man.
Yeah.
So he's a great guy. He'd definitely be having a drink with you afterwards.
Yeah.
Next up, Jared, your mum's new boyfriend, Darcy. That nickname is questionable, Jared.
It's funny.
Not changing it, though. I'm not doing any more artwork.
Yeah.
Trent the Viking Peterson, quality man. Both of these guys are great.
That's, I think it's a good matchup. Yeah, real good matchup. Yeah.
So I think Jared's in here next week. So, I'm glad Jared, because I wasn't too sure whether he was going to be able to actually make the night due to his work, because I know he does a lot of FIFO work. So that'll be good.
Yep.
That'll be absolutely cherry ripe. Next up, Johnny Missack against Billy Bosch.
Yeah, trying to get inside and throw big overhands, and Billy trying to keep the range and be good. Two good styles. Real good styles.
Billy, let me point out, Billy, I did go back in and change your artwork because I forgot to include 3 H's in Bosch. He picks up on the little things, he does. Kill Code, Brandon Willington against Westside Kai Wong.
Yeah, haven't seen Westside spar or anything, so but I've sparred a lot with Brandon.
How's he feeling? Because did he hurt his shoulder? When I came down the other week, he was on the bike. He was a bit tender. His wrist, I think it was.
Oh, no, I had him only 2 days ago, and he was punching hard, so he's
Beautiful.
over that, ready to go.
I'd hate someone to come in not 100%. That'd be the tough thing, I think, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone wants to fight anyone injured either.
I think we've reached our injury quota anyway, so yeah.
Dirty Dave against Magic Mike.
Yeah, I've spent a little bit of time with both of them. Dave's come on a long way.
Yep.
Yeah, the last couple of sessions have been standout, so
I'm
confident that he can go well.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And next up, we have Showtime, Justin Abernathy.
This will be fun.
These two are both mad as cut snakes.
Yeah.
I met Chris on day one, and I wasn't too sure how to take him. And I thought, I'll see how this goes. And then I saw him fight, and I went, this guy's...
He's got some smarts. Yeah.
Justin Abernathy's will to win, though.
Yeah. He gets a bit tired and starts throwing them and opening up, and that's when he looks his best.
Oh,
yeah.
Both of these guys can fight.
Yeah.
I know when you mentioned that you watched your opponent fight before, if you think about how far you guys have come and how different you are now than you are in week 1, and what are you in now, week 6?
Yeah.
You think that if he has done a fair bit of training or bits of training here and there, the difference in his fighting ability now to back then could be completely different as well.
That's a complete unknown. You rock up on the Saturday night and he's a lot sharper than you saw on the video. It'll sort of take you back, won't it?
Yeah.
You'll think, shit, I need a plan B.
Well, I'm sure Glenn and Chris have got to be working with you to understand that and to have a plan B and a plan C if they're not working.
Yeah, but I think their plan A, B and C is just go forward, go forward, go forward.
That's typical Blue. It is, and I could be wrong, but it is, you see the difference in between the styles, and Blue is very much more an attacking, not saying it's better or worse, I'm just, from what I've seen, it's just a bit different. It is a lot more, on the attack moving forward. Yeah. And Red with that jab, that's what won him the fights last time. That last up, just jabbing all day and winning it. Raymond Razor Swartz against Vince the Invincible.
The Invincible.
And that is how you're supposed to spell it, everyone. I know it's not spelled correctly, but see how Invincible is in Vince and Vince is in the middle of it?
Is that like his electrical company?
Oh, dear. I've got one of his bucket hats.
There you go.
There we go. Invincible. I did spell that correctly, it's everyone.
Like a free plug in his nickname. Cha-ching.
Mongy's back. Against the Dogfather.
I watched Mongy's fight only a couple of nights ago.
Against Hood Pope?
Yeah. he showed so much character in the last round to step it up.
Did you see him
come back at him?
Did you see him go down? And it was more a trip, and then he gave the camera a little bit of a wink.
No, not that close. Yeah, no. So he was able to fight through adversity. That was really good. Yeah.
Trent, very good fighter. Trent Hallwood as well. Very smooth.
Yeah, he was. He looked great.
He did well. I think those two are a perfect example of how the fighters are with each other afterwards, because those two get along like a house on fire, you know?
Yeah, well, it's got to be respect, doesn't there?
Oh, yeah. There's no issues with anyone, so that's good.
Yeah.
Main event. Yeah. Have you seen Ronnie's fight?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, he landed some bombs.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Some massive ones. He did well. And Wiramu, who fought probably 18 months ago, when he fought Fraser Harvey, no relation to Ronnie Harvey, he did the same. He came in, and I thought he's going to have his hands full with Fraser, and he got the win there.
Yeah.
This will be good. Double champ, first ever.
No, good on him. They've got to do what they've got to do to get a full fight card. So,
has Wiramu been down at training?
No.
I know that he is.
I don't expect him to. Yeah.
He's training afterwards, and I think his work keeps him away a fair bit as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a good man.
Yeah.
He's a crazy man. But no, and his fans are great as well. Like his supporters, is the same as Ronnie's. Mate. I don't know. That's going to be great. I think the whole card from start to finish is going to be something else, mate.
Excellent. Yeah.
Let's get on to you. We've been gas bagging for a while now. Tell me about your football background. You're obviously a former footballer. Let me know here.
I've been everywhere.
Tell me were you born in Perth?
Bruce Rock, about 2.5 hours east.
Yeah, Bruce Rock.
Parents own the bakery out there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a famous bakery there.
Oh, not really.
Is that's the one on Great Eastern Highway?
No, you hit Merredin, then south of Merredin.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was there for 8 years, then Perth for 2 years.
You're playing footy in Bruce Rock?
Oh, I went until I was 8, just juniors.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, then Victoria, halfway to Ballarat, Melton.
Why'd you move to Victoria?
Dad became a professional punter, so he had to go to the track, Melbourne races. So every Saturday was at the Melbourne races all my childhood.
A professional punter?
Yeah, and made a business out of it. Now I work with him.
Really?
Horse racing consultancy.
There are some people in this group that love a punt.
Yeah, so he's been he's had his service since 1987.
Beautiful. What's it called?
Elite Racing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they your sponsor?
No.
No. Sorry, you sent me a link to them. There we go. Let's have a look at Elite Racing. Thank you. Professional horse racing tipping services.
Yeah. So,
how much easier is it for him now with everything online?
Well, yeah. So we're in Victoria for 8 years and realised with the internet you can be anywhere and do the same thing.
Yeah.
So we moved back to WA.
And how did your mum go with all of this? Because she went with you over to Victoria?
Yeah, sold up, which was the bakery.
Yeah.
Put everything we owned in the car, my sister and our dog and whatever we owned, drove across, stayed in hotels for months while we set up the business in Victoria.
Okay.
Her family said, don't follow him, he's a dreamer. Yeah, but she backed him in, took the family over and it paid off. Yeah. I punt way too hard, but I punt very, very small, like dollar. I punt $1 like all the time, and that's how I've always wanted to keep it. But there seems to be a million expert punters out there that will tell you only about their winnings. But the fact that he has made a career out of it is just it's incredible. No, we've got a good customer base. Nearly 100 of our members have been with us since the 90s.
Jeez.
Yeah, so when they're with us, they learn. We try and take you from being a mug punter where you just bet on everything that moves.
Like me, yeah.
Yeah, to setting a solid physical bank aside and betting percentages on restricting your bets.
Oh, okay.
And make a business out of it sort of thing.
Oh,
restrictive, bet low amounts.
Yeah.
Yeah, see out the bad periods. So on a Saturday, if you have a bad day, you don't lose your whole paycheck. You lose 4% of your bank.
Okay.
Yeah.
So almost teaching responsible betting.
It is.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, in a way, exactly.
And overall, how do you reckon he's going?
Oh, yeah.
Must be profitable.
Yeah, all our members over the last racing season, if you had a $10,000 bank set aside, I think it ended up over the racing season being about $16,000, so 60% capital gain.
That's not so bad. You don't get that. You don't get a 60% gain anywhere else.
No. So.
And is it just on horse races? Is that what he likes?
It is Saturday class. Yeah, Dad does the Melbourne form and I do the Sydney form. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So if I want to get into UFC betting, I can show you how to lose your money real quick.
Then. Bet on Israel Adesanya.
I didn't. I went on Sean Strickland.
Yeah.
It's glorious.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm not a fan of Izzy.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do this. Is this your full-time work?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, full-time.
That's great. I had no idea. Why didn't you write that in there?
Yeah.
I'm fascinated by this.
Yeah, probably because I don't want mates to sign up.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Oh, you'll hear about it if something doesn't come
Yeah,
off.
you have a bad race and, you shit.
The fact that you teach responsible punting, that's the key.
Yeah.
Because some people, we all know those people that just go too hard.
Oh, absolutely.
And just try to chase those losses, and it just ends up in a nightmare.
8 beers deep by race 8, and you're trying to chase your losses.
Win it all back on that outsider in race 9. It's 51-1, but I got a hot tip from his mate. Yeah.
Get out stakes. Yeah. Yeah. So, 1987. So, yeah, that's why we're in Victoria and played local footy there. And when we moved back, someone from the old club rang up East Perth and said there's a young footballer that's just moved over. So they
How
rang
old
me.
were you at the time?
19.
Okay.
Yeah. So I played a couple of years there, a couple of league games.
At East Perth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then after 2 years, moved to Canberra and played a couple of seasons there.
For footy?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
So that was pretty good those 2 years.
What's a Canberra Football League like? Because I know they're very heavy into their rugby league over there, aren't they?
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good AFL sort of
Little
environment.
hub.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, lots of money there because each club has the pokies.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so they throw a lot of cash out and they entice lots of ex-AFL players, things like that. Yeah.
Wonder why Canberra doesn't have an AFL team.
Yeah, North Melbourne tried. They tried to spend some time up in Canberra and sort of split their home games up there. But no, it's definitely a good football state.
Because Tassie's getting one soon, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right.
So there's going to be an odd number of teams. Therefore, one team's going to have a bye each week. Is that how it works? I'm not too sure.
Probably.
I think so.
Yeah.
You put 2 teams in there.
Yeah. Some people say Darwin. Some people say a third WA team, but nah.
No, how about we just get the Dockers and the Eagles in the finals and then we'll start looking at it.
That's right.
There must be, though, it makes sense to have a Darwin team, but can you imagine the difference in conditions between playing round 1 in Darwin and playing round 2 in Tassie?
Oh, yeah.
It must be brutal.
Yeah, huge change.
Because even in winter, it's the temperature in there is the mid to high 20s.
Oh, I played in the snow in Canberra one game. Yeah.
Is Canberra as cold as they tell me?
It is. It's freezing.
How do you go with the cold?
Oh, fine. Shrug up. Yeah.
Even playing?
Yeah, you just keep moving.
Just keep going.
Yeah. My footy club owned a golf course.
Yeah.
So they got me to work 3 days a week on their golf course when I wasn't playing football.
Yeah.
Yeah. And 7 a.m. in the morning.
Crisp.
Because they give you all the shit jobs. You're not doing the trade. So you go on the 4-wheel motorbike with a broom at 7 o'clock in each morning during the greens. Sometimes you have to wait till 8:30 because it's just all ice. Yeah, so that was cold.
My
3
word.
T-shirts, 2 jumpers, balaclava, beanie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then by 10 a.m. the sun's out. Still only 8 degrees, but you're in a T-shirt because it's beautiful. Yeah.
So you got right in the cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never been able to get I used to live in the UK and it got cold, and I think it's a different type of cold when I think it's the range of temperatures in a day here that gets us. Might get down to 5 in the day, but then 22 to 5 in the morning, but then 22 in the afternoon. So that massive range is really hard to accommodate. But when it starts at 0 and only gets to 2 degrees, it seems to be a bit easier to accommodate.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Canberra, is that what Canberra's like? Is there a big range in temps or?
Yeah, it's not like that. It's a proper range like anywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from -2 to 14 through winter. 10.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Because they got the army over there. Isn't that where, what's the army training centre?
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, because I know that some of the guys over there that I know that have been there have said the hardest thing they had to do was sitting in, like digging those little trenches and sitting in there overnight.
Yeah.
And it's like -5 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd say no. I'd say thanks, guys, but that's not for me.
Yeah. No, it was only a 2-year stint, so then back home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Happy to be back?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. What are your work hours like?
Yeah, Monday through Saturday. Yeah. Sunday off.
Okay.
Yeah, but Saturday's a light day. Just get the final scratchings early morning. You're on Melbourne time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're up a bit earlier and finish up a bit earlier?
Yeah, I don't like daylight savings over there. So it's a 4:30 start, not a 5:30 start. But you're done by the time the kids wake up. So that's really good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Spend more time with the family.
Yeah.
You got 3. I was going to ask you about your kids. So you've got three boys?
Yeah. You can call them maniacs if you like. Yeah.
I got 2 of them. The only reason I ask is I do like some good parenting. And I did find this photo of you.
The guy laying down, he'll be at the fight.
I thought that was you.
No, that's me, mate. I took the photo. That's my middle son on his 50. Yeah. Yeah. So
Your kids right into the sport?
everything, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great.
They've got the golf bug at the moment. The 2 younger ones love their footy.
Yeah.
Eldest is a gun skater, gun BMXer. Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
My kids just aren't sporty.
Yeah.
They love it, but they just don't have the gift.
Nah.
No.
Oh, well, that's just, they're so individual.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not
all
saying
3
they have
kids
to.
come from the same parents and they're so different, you know.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable how it all happens.
Good kids, though?
Yeah.
Healthy?
Healthy.
That's all.
Outgoing.
I can't ask them on that. And your wife, Helen?
Yeah.
Tell me about Helen.
She ages a lot quicker now that the boys do stuff I do. She's actually surprisingly very excited about the fight. Yeah.
I was going to ask her about that.
Yeah.
Are the boys aware that you are fighting?
Yeah, they know all about it.
How are they?
Yeah, they're
with-
fine. They're like,
Are they going to come and watch?
no, they'll be at Crown for 3 nights.
Yep. Jeez.
But we'll have a babysitter for the Saturday night.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah, but they'll be by the pool the other days.
Oh, I can imagine. You stay in the towers?
Metropole. Yeah.
Just my opinion is I find the Metropole, the pool and everything, a lot better. Maybe it's because I've got kids, do you reckon?
Yeah, they don't like you up the upper levels in towers with kids.
No.
Yeah, they keep getting kicked out from those little waterfall areas.
Oh. They do it well. I was there the other day and I was looking around and I was thinking how far the Crown has come from where it was, say, 15 years ago. I don't know if you ever remember it. Do you remember when it was the Burswood Casino?
Do you remember the lawn that is now the water slides next to the pool, next to the shallow end of the pool, where the water slides are now and the outdoor spa?
Yeah.
That used to be a nice big lawn area.
Yeah.
I had a marquee there for our wedding, for our reception.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, yeah, we got married there. Yeah, so we
How many years ago was that?
2007.
Oh, so the renos happened not long after that.
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
I remember when I was speaking to someone at the Crown when they were talking about the renos, and they said, "Oh yeah, we're going to do this and this," and me being me and skeptical, I was thinking, "Oh yeah, some fresh carpet, a lick of paint, it's going to be the same thing." And I couldn't have been more wrong. What the Crown have done to that place, and the towers especially.
Oh, it's world class.
It really is.
Standout, yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be that good. I thought, it's going to look a bit better because it was very dated, I think, when the Crown bought it. But no, they've done wonders there.
Yeah.
And all those restaurants in there.
Yeah.
Remember Paddy Hannon's?
Yeah.
We were talking about that the other day. Everyone's like, what are you talking about? I said, yeah, Paddy Hannon's right in the middle there.
Yeah. The Irish pub, they always had good live music.
Yeah.
Real drunk people that couldn't get into the Cassie, so they had to go to Paddy Hannon's.
How's that? Too drunk to get into the cast, so let them into the bar to keep drinking.
Yeah.
Those are the days. And Helen, so she is fine. she's obviously going to be there.
Yes.
And she is fine with you boxing?
She is. At
Nervous?
the start, she was very nervous.
Yep.
Yeah, thinking, that's for young people who do boxing training all the time. What do you think you're going to be doing?
How old are you now?
44.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I just said, I haven't played footy for 5 years. I need something competitive. Get the competitive juices going.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
And this is an individual sport as well. I know you've got Glenn and Craig in your corner, but it still is very much a lonely sport when you get in there.
I know what you mean, yeah.
It must be good, though, to know that this is 100% on you. It must be good to have that, not that control, but just to know that this is all you. If something happens in there, good or bad, it's because of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, your game of football, that's probably one of the things I love about football is relying on each other. But this is different. Yeah. So different.
How do you think you're going to go with? I know. I always say it's only 6 minutes. That's a long 6 minutes. Yeah. How do you reckon you're going to go? So round 3, about halfway through.
If you had asked me 5 weeks ago,
yeah,
I was like,
struggle
it's going to be a struggle. Yeah. Yeah. You ask me now, I think we cruise through it.
Cruise through it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what I like. I like that confidence. It must be different though when you get in there, because no one's throwing 100%, or you're throwing 100%, I guess, on the pads and on the bag, but being in there, and because you've seen people who are absolutely, they just destroy the bag and destroy the pads, and they get in there, and it's a very different story. So how are you going to go? Do you feel like have you been hit? How have you feel like getting hit?
Yeah, I think it's fine. The thing about going 70% at sparring and then 100% in a fight, your timing's going to be different. If you try and load your right cross up, it's going to take you longer than what it was in sparring if you're just going to snap it out at 70%. So I think you can fall into that trap of slowing yourself down on fight night, trying to hit too hard.
Yeah.
And being in a fight like this with headgear and that, you might as well just scoring punches rather than heavy punches.
I think that's it, because a stoppage is extremely rare in this. I mean, it has happened a couple of times.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. It is. I guess it is a points fight, isn't it?
Yeah. So be fast. Don't be hard.
How's your jab?
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah.
Lightning, I heard. It'll be obviously your wife's very supportive of you doing all this stuff. But how do you think she's going to go when your name's announced and you start the walkout?
Yeah, she's talked about that already.
Yeah.
She just doesn't know how she's going to respond. Yeah.
It is hard. I think it's something that a lot of people aren't prepared for.
I think she'll be screaming, actually.
Yeah.
Just adrenaline.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Yeah.
I think people are excited, but seeing someone you know in the ring, it takes things to another level. It's almost like they want to get in there with you to help you. It's not like watching your favourite football team play in the grand final or anything.
No.
It's something really personal.
Yeah. So you get the butterflies. You're nervous for them.
I do. Yeah. Because I know everyone, and that's just me sitting on the sidelines. So. Yeah. And I'm nowhere near as linked. I'm not as closely linked to all you guys as obviously your partners are.
Yeah.
You sailed a boat from Augusta to Mandurah. Touch windy down the Augusta area.
Yeah, it was a bit, a little bit crazy. My mate and I thought we'd just do a bit of a project and saw on Marketplace this real cheap old timber boat sitting in the Blackwood River. Yeah. So one day we drove down, swum around it. It was just moored in the middle of the river. It looked really run down. Yeah, bought it, and then a couple of weeks later, drove down, picked it up, sailed it out of the river mouth at Augusta through breaking surf, and then spent the night in the Augusta Marina. Then first light around Cape Lewin. So
you didn't even take it out to do all the run and repairs and everything on it?
No, we just went under the hull and scraped off all the shit so we could go about 8 mile an hour, not 6 mile an hour.
The drag.
Yeah. So I lost a fan belt off Hamlin Bay. Luckily, it wasn't a water pump or anything. It was just the alternator. Yeah. So from pretty much Margaret River all the way to Bunbury. We had no electrics because the batteries went flat. Yeah, and then running repairs that night in Bunbury, and then got it to Mandurah the following day. It was a great, and the whales were migrating too, so I saw lots of whales. Yeah.
And is that your first sailing adventure?
Yeah, I'd always been involved in boats, but that's in rivers and stuff, but never really ocean.
That's some treacherous waters to start with.
It was. We just figured we had a kayak on board. If the boat sunk, we could just kayak back to shore.
So you weren't that far from. How far from shore were you?
Oh, you could always see. So maybe 5 mile. Yeah.
Still, that's 5 mile.
Yeah. Vince could swim it. Yeah. So then spent the whole summer doing it up.
Okay.
Yeah. And
still got it?
No, I used money for a house deposit to buy the boat, so I had to sell it to buy a block. Yeah. So the wife wasn't happy that I spent that money, but luckily we got it back.
No, okay. And this is your place in Secret Harbour where you are now?
No, we've got a block in Secret Harbour. I'm staying at a family house. Parents live in Bustleton. Yeah. While we're staying at their Secret Harbour house. We were looking at building, but we just sold the block. So, yeah, it's too hard to build at the moment. Yeah.
It is madness, isn't it?
Yeah.
The time it takes to build.
Yeah. So, so we sort of just gave up on that. Kids are starting to get older. They need their own space. So we're
just waiting for everything to settle down a little bit.
So now we're just going to buy a house instead of build. So
you're going to stay down that area?
Absolutely, yeah.
It is nice down there.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
It's a quick link as well up into Fremantle. Like it's a lot different to how it used to be.
Yep.
It used to just be the freeway down to Thomas Road and then cut in and go down. I don't know sure what that road is called. But yeah, it's really not that far anymore, is it?
No, it's fine. And the freeway's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get down south 2 hours.
You prefer to have a bit of land?
It's a hard one. Yeah, I love the beach, love the bush.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if only could have the best of both worlds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe give me some of those hot tips, mate. Maybe we can afford something. We go all in.
Yeah, that's right.
You've done a fair bit of travel?
Yeah. Summer camp in America. That was awesome.
I used to hear about that all the time. Like I'm talking back in maybe the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, 2002.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Massachusetts, about a couple of hours west of Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 3 hours north of New York.
They used to promote that so hard here, didn't they?
Yeah.
A few of my mates did it. They said it was well organised, surprisingly well organised for internationals.
Yeah. Oh, it was ridiculously one of the highlights of my life, really.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Water ski instructor for just a bunch of kids each day. And then the summer camp would take us on trips, 10-day bus tour through Canada. Just looking after a few kids.
My God.
Yeah, so it was fantastic.
We don't really have the summer camps here, do we?
It's a different culture. Yeah.
What is it?
Pretty hard to send your kid off for 2 months over summer. You don't see them. And when they are home, they're at boarding school. So the parents and the kids are different over there.
I couldn't do it.
No, not at all.
Is it
weekend camps maybe? But geez, 2 months.
Even weekend camps, I struggle with.
Yeah.
To not be home with them.
Yeah.
But it is, and definitely not criticising them or saying that it's right or wrong, but it is so different with, it seems like the family is sort of the holidays, like your Christmas, and they've obviously got Thanksgiving and birthdays. That's the time you spend together. All the rest of the time, it's not, you're off doing your own thing.
Yeah. So weird. Yeah.
Imagine that. Imagine having kids and going, all right, for, summer camp, the equivalent of our Christmas holidays, but don't see them.
Yeah, it is crazy. It's a different culture.
And do a lot of people do it?
I think so. Yeah.
Fair few kids, obviously, the one you're at?
Yeah, hundreds.
Do they still run it? Like, they still get a lot of Australians over there?
Yeah, I reckon they would. Yeah, I haven't heard much about it since I haven't been in the scene, but I'm sure it still continues because it's such a big money spinner.
Yeah, I can imagine. What year did you do it?
2002.
Okay, so you were after the towers went down. I just didn't know whether things changed after that.
Yeah, actually, our summer camp got involved because I was there September 11th the year after, and they got involved to get all kids from the New York area who'd been affected or had lost loved ones to give them a free camp. So when our summer camp finished and all our kids went home, they asked us counsellors to stay on and be counsellors for about 4 days for all these kids that had lost loved ones in 9/11.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Tom Cruise came to
Oh,
the
really?
site in a limo and promoted it,
Okay.
stuck his head out the roof of a limo. And then during the camp with the kids, they got different celebrities, to lighten up their kids' lives after what had happened to them.
Can you believe that's 21 years?
It's crazy, isn't it?
That is madness. Where has that gone?
Yeah.
Jesus, that has gone so quick.
It's still raw for a lot of people.
Yeah, and I suppose it was when we look back at how old we are, because you and I are very close in age, the fact that when the hell do we get to 40? You know? I do feel 40 today.
Yeah, today. Yeah.
Oh, mate. So, anyway, should we get on to this? Let's start talking about this PCR.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. We have been going for a while. We have. Mate, your sponsor. Who's your sponsor?
Strong Pilates, Rockingham.
I did see, and you wore the merch.
Yeah.
People don't wear enough merch in here. Let me just point that out.
Yeah.
Strong Pilates. Who runs Strong Pilates?
A good friend of mine who's been in the Anytime Fitness game for a few years, sold out of that and opened up Strong Pilates in Rockingham and South Fremantle.
Very popular Pilates at the moment.
Yeah. So this mob, the franchisors used to be into F45.
Yep.
They sold out of all their franchises and started up Strong Pilates. So it's a reformer bed with a rowing machine on the end. So it's loosely based around the F45 model, where you go in for a 45-minute workout.
Yeah.
You start by smashing the cardio with a rower, and then you go to the other side of the bed and do full Pilates. And then throughout the 45 minutes, you go back to get your heart rate back up.
Okay.
So it's real cardio inspired Pilates.
Good for weight loss?
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Gets you sweating.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, it drips off you.
Yeah. It's funny, like yoga. I remember doing yoga once and I was exhausted by the end of that.
Sore muscles the next day.
I thought I'm just having a bit of a stretch. I'm doing fine. And is this like a franchise? Are they the first franchise or are they one of many?
There must be over 60 or more around Australia now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nat Fyfe just become a brand ambassador.
Okay.
Travis Boak's a brand ambassador over in Adelaide. Yeah. An ex-cricketer owns one or two over in Sydney.
Did it start over there or start here?
Sydney, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, over east.
Okay.
Yeah. One in Singapore now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're growing pretty fast. Joondalup just opened. Innaloo's, I've been open a while. So, yeah, it's a fast-growing franchise.
And they're doing well down there?
Yeah, from what I hear. It's going really well.
Are they going to be there on the night?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who have you got coming on the night?
One guy's getting a bus from Orange, 4 hours to Sydney Airport, country New South Wales.
Okay, yeah.
Then flies to Perth on the Friday night and watches the fight, and then flies home Monday. So
really? That's commitment.
Yeah, he was a groomsman at my wedding.
Oh, okay.
Lived with him for a fair few years, travelled around the world with him as well. Yeah, so he's coming to watch. Another mate from Sydney was here a week earlier than the fight, but I told him I was fighting, so he's extended his stay so he can come to the fight.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a few people travelling for it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So you got some guys committed, do you?
Yeah, so we filled 2 tables. It's a good crew.
Good
crew. Even my parents wanted to come and watch.
Are they coming?
Yeah. So,
obviously a lot of support there from your family and friends. Has there been anyone that's, I suppose, a bit hesitant in you doing this? Like mum and dad, how are they going with this?
Oh yeah, my wife, when I first said it, she was all worried about me.
Yeah.
Then my dad, he's like, "What the hell do you think you're doing?" Yeah.
So he understands how much, though. I know it is boxing, and there can always be an incident, but he does understand how much you are looked after by both coaches, by the ref.
Yeah, but initially you don't know that, and so as you learn, you think, okay, it's all cool, and now I'll come and watch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Don't push him.
He and I spent my whole life going and watch the boxing. We followed Kosciuszko around the world. Went to Manchester to watch him fight Ricky Hatton.
Oh, and he couldn't make it out after the 11th. I remember that. Yeah, he was a heavy favourite that one as well.
Yeah. No, that was real crazy. For American prime time, that was like 2 a.m. in the morning, and all these drunk Manchester guys. Dad and I had to almost put on an English accent so we didn't get the shit beat out of us. Yeah, we didn't want to tell anyone we're Aussie. No way.
Do you remember Costa against Zab Judah?
Yeah.
Do you think that was an early stoppage?
It was.
Did the chicken dance?
It was his own fault. He should have just stayed down for 8 and stood up, and he wouldn't have looked so stupid. So, he could have done the 8 count and been fine, but it's his own fault. You can't blame a ref for that.
Because if you get up and then fall down again straight away, I think there was a rule brought in. I'm not 100% sure of this, but remember when Tyson first won the belt, and who did he win? I guess I don't think who he beat in his first fight, his first title fight. But he got up, fell down about 3 times, and then just couldn't get up, and that's when they called off. And there was a rule that says if you get up and fall down, that they call the fight.
Yeah,
there was some kind of ruling.
To me, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
if Zab would have just stayed on the ground and got it, because there was only like 2 seconds left in the round.
Yeah.
Just stayed on the ground, took the 8 count, stood up.
Could have been a classic because he'd already touched up Costa before that.
Yeah, Costa was coming back though.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Oh, that's it. It's easy to say, Zab, was stopped early, but there's no guarantee Zab was going to win that fight, even if he did get up.
That's right.
Costa had some hands. How good is Tim and Nikita?
Yeah, seeing Tim go.
Tim is something else.
And get better. Yeah.
I thought Tim may have been just not using the name, but I didn't know whether he was going to be as good as he was. But seeing some of the stuff he's done, just piecing up these world-class fighters.
Yeah.
He's something else.
He's got it. He's definitely got it.
Because Nikita fighting soon?
He just fought someone 2 weeks ago, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jeez, I should know that.
Yeah, beat him pretty easy. But, yeah, followed Costa to Newcastle, Sydney, and when his early days at Festival Hall.
Because he was based in Victoria, wasn't he?
Yeah, his early fights, he was just Festival Hall.
Yeah.
Dad and I saw this young kid thinking, geez, he looks like a pit bull animal.
With that little rat's tail down the back.
So whenever we heard he was fighting, we went and watched, and he's turned into this massive superstar. Yeah, he's unbelievable.
It is different going to watch him in the early days, isn't it?
Yeah.
We used to go watch Danny Green.
Yeah.
And he was absolutely incredible putting on those shows here.
Yeah.
I wonder what happened there. I know he ended up losing a couple there towards the end, but
he became very one-dimensional, didn't he? He couldn't have a plan B.
He had that fight with was it Marcus Bayer, the one that he had in Germany when he headbutted.
Won.
Yeah, he headbutted. Then he won the fight, and then they just boxing.
That crazy, eh?
Some of those judges.
Yeah,
that's right. And then he went back there and he lost via unanimous decision.
Yeah.
And then he had that fight here with Briggs. Remember when the old ghost punch, it just shaved the top of his head and Briggs went down? It's madness. Yeah. Anyway, how are we getting on to this?
Fighting. It's good.
Tell me the reasons behind your application.
Yeah, the competitive. Wanted something new. Something to be scared by. Yeah, I wanted to get the butterflies in the tummy.
You got them?
Oh, yeah. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
You getting them more now as it gets closer?
Not so much. If it was a Vince or a Raymond or a Rory, I'd probably have more.
Yeah?
Yeah. But no, not so much. Just keen to experience it now. Yeah, but enjoying going to training every day. It's good.
You enjoying the whole process?
Yeah, the whole process.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Don't rush October 7. It's not that far. Yeah. What is it, about 15 days?
That's great.
That's come around so quick.
Yeah.
I remember just sitting here with, I think Billy came in first, and I don't know, we're about 60 days out or something. I thought, it's ages away. Maybe not 60, but it just creeps up on you so quick. Just week in, week out training.
Yeah. But watching the YouTube clips, of different fights on PCR, just it gets me even more excited. The walkout songs.
There's been some classic fights, hasn't there?
Yeah, really good quality.
And some of the girls put on an absolute show.
Yeah, so
I'm not saying the girls aren't the best fighters and the guys, but the girls seem to surprise me more with what they look like in training and who turns up on the night.
Yeah, you should never underestimate a woman's aggression, I don't reckon.
In the corner, that's how he motivates him. He says, just calm down. And that just sends us right. No, don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't get on my case, anyone. Have you been to one of these events before?
Yeah, Brent Irving.
Oh, quality individual.
Yeah, so I sat on his table and watched him.
Okay, that was PCR 7. He was a co-main event for that one. That's right.
2021, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lost by UD.
Yeah.
That's right. Him and Millsy were good mates. Chris Mills.
He was good, that guy, but as much as Irvo got punched, he kept coming back and kept going and going. So he didn't go into his shell. He was really good. Yeah.
He just kept coming. The other guy definitely had youth on his side.
Yeah.
He did. Irvo. He was a good guy. He was one of the first people to come in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I remember him and Chris came in together, and those two just gas bagged for about 4 hours. I think we ended up getting about 30 minutes of usable material.
You mentioned that he helped commentate one or two of the fights recently, and he was half cut.
So far, have you seen it?
No, you told me about it. Yeah.
All right, we'll have to cut this out, but I'll watch it because it's worth a listen. Hang on.
All right.
Look at this. Amazing. How good is
You can tell Irvo's voice, can't you?
Yeah.
It's exciting. And I think the boxes get better. Their preparation
Better.
is better. It's just an amazing hour. A bit longer. Blue. He's definitely got a little bit of a spring in his step. Interesting to see if he can sustain it.
Tell me about the diet. You're obviously training a lot more. You're picking it up with the healthy eating now, or you're trying to drop some weight, or you're trying to put some on?
Yeah. Lost what is it? 6 weeks now. 10 kilos.
Jesus.
Yeah. So
Feeling a lot better.
only during exercise, around the house, at work, nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, but when you're training, you feel like you go longer for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it all of a sudden you just feel like you got that extra spring in your step? You can just go that bit harder. You recover a bit quicker. Yeah,
recover better. The air bike, you kind of know how many RPMs you do when you're sprinting, and then you feel like you can do higher RPMs for longer, and you think, oh, where'd that come from?
I think once the improvement starts to happen and you can see it, you want more improvement. It actually gets easier as it goes along.
It is, yeah.
Having this
Compounding.
Compounding. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Having this October 7, I guess, focal point, has it made it easier to get to training?
Yeah. I don't feel once that finish line hits on October 7th that I'll stop.
So many people have said that. So many people have said they want to continue.
As in lifestyle change, what I've done.
Okay.
A lot less drinking, eating better. Yeah, so that's what will continue for sure. I don't think at my age I want to get hit in the head too often.
Oh, no. But you want to continue with the training?
Yeah.
It's not just about getting in the ring. It seems like this is almost like a complete lifestyle change for a lot of people that continues on. And I see some people who fought, maybe 12 months ago, 2 years ago, and they're still maintaining that level of fitness and that level of health, and they feel $1 million.
Yeah. I train a lot with friends, at least 4 times a week.
Okay.
Apart from this.
Yeah.
But never really taken the diet seriously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes a big difference?
Yeah, that's made all the difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy a beer?
Yeah.
I did. I saw a lot of your photos. You had a beer in the hand. Yeah. Have you had this time off the alcohol?
Yeah, complete time. Yeah. Had 1 can of Dingo at the footy on Saturday night, and that was it.
That was enough?
Yeah.
Feeling a lot better in the mornings?
Yeah, I get up anyway, so yeah.
And it's not that cheap to drink nowadays as well, so you're probably saving a fair bit of money.
That's right.
It's petrol money getting you up to counterbalance.
Yeah, kids' golf clubs.
Yeah. Mental changes, how's it been? Do you feel like more focused now? Do you feel like you're sleeping better? How's that going?
Not so much. Regarding the fight, I catch myself being a little bit too confident, thinking it's going to be a walk in the park.
Oh.
You got to remind yourself, no, there's someone that's going to try and punch you in the face a lot. So, I always have to try and catch myself of being too confident. It's funny, but yeah.
And he's been in there before.
Yeah.
He knows what's going on.
Yeah, and his fight doesn't showcase his ability at
No.
all that I saw, so he'll be a lot better than that.
I think you guys, you're going to go down. I think everyone heads down there about midday on the day to actually see the venue.
Yep.
It's a different story when you go down there and you see the venue. It's really something to behold, especially when it's empty. I found it almost, I mean, it's very impressive when it's full, but I found it more impressive when it was empty. And you see it and you know what's coming. It's only a few hours away.
Yeah. You've seen the Blues Brothers?
Yeah?
They walk into the empty Grand Ole Opry and they're like, how are we going to fill this?
Mate, it does fill. And it's you obviously staying at the Towers?
No, Metropole.
Oh, Metropole,
Yeah.
sorry, you said.
Yeah.
You will see it and you'll see the people just all coming in. You'll see your cardboard cutouts and it'll all become very real very quickly.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Glenn and Chris and Nigel and Craig will be doing it with the red team as well, just working on the mental side of things, just making sure everyone's prepared.
Yeah, I can embrace that. That's fine. Yeah, I don't feel myself as one that gets overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So yeah, if whatever comes on that day, I'll just embrace it. It's good.
Do you know what number you're fighting at?
No,
Not yet?
No.
Okay. Have you got any preferences where you'd like to be?
Mid
Mid would be good. It'd be a good
14 or 13 fights.
14 fights this time around?
Yeah, 8.
Hey, it's a good spot.
Yeah. Give me time to go back and get the suit on.
You don't want to be first off the bat? That must be hard. Whoever it is, it's traditionally, not always, but it's traditionally the women's fight. There's been times where it hasn't been. Couple they had Mike against James the Juice. They opened up a few years ago.
There was a stoppage in fight 1 recently, wasn't there?
Yeah, that was Michael against James. I think Michael, he's the man that had, if Michael weighed 110 kilos, his heart weighed about 108 kilos. He was all heart. His body just couldn't. I think there was some, possibly, I'm not too sure, but there was some injuries he was trying to hide. And you can't, I know he did get stopped by James. This is not taking anything away from James because he put on a great performance. But Michael, I know the frustration he must have felt when his body just said, no more.
Yeah.
But you do get the occasional stoppage. I think I've seen 3 out of about, 60-odd fights. So normally round 3's always been my favourite. And that's when you can see who's put the work in the gym and stayed off the beers.
The arms go down, the big breaths. Yeah.
Just 1-2 punch it and sit back and then go again. The standard has got better every single time. The standard, I think it's stepped up when those guys got the 9 months to train because COVID stopped PCR 7.
Yeah.
And then they moved it towards the end of the year.
Yeah. I'd hate that, knowing I had 9 months.
9 months?
Yeah.
Go
You wouldn't know
insane.
how to go about it. Am I just going to do a 9-month training camp, or am I going to forget about it for 6 months and then do it, or what? Like, it'd be real weird.
It'd always have to be in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
And then people's situation changes and your opponent might have commitments and can't do the fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be madness.
I love knowing you got 8 weeks. Yeah, you have that anxiety of, I've only got 8 weeks. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. So I think that's better.
You've only known your opponent for about a week, though, haven't you?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Have you had a chat to him?
Yeah. Spent about 15 minutes with him on the match-up night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. My wife and I had a good old yarn with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got 3 kids as well.
Seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. Definitely have some drinks after that fight, mate.
Yeah. It's not going to make me take it any easier by liking the guy.
There's no issues with people afterwards.
Yeah.
That is the beauty. And if anything, it brings people. It's funny, you're trying to take each other's head off, and then you're best of friends afterwards.
Yeah.
So, and they're a good crew, and they're always a good crew. There's never any dickheads in this group. So I don't know how they do it. Glenn's questionable. No, I'm just joking. Have you got any fears or concerns about the event itself?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Feeling good?
Yeah. Just excited. Yeah.
You remind me a bit of Rory, actually, with how calm you guys are.
Yeah.
Rory was very calm in here.
Yeah, I saw Rory's interview. Yeah.
Did lean a bit far back from the microphone. Thanks, Rory. I wasn't telling him to lean forward. He was too intimidating. Sit wherever you like, sir.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's been playing a bit of possum this whole camp, just lightly sparring and ready to explode on the night.
He's so unpredictable.
Yeah.
He's a quality man. I can't speak highly enough of him, but for someone that looks like that, I guess traditionally you don't expect him to act like that. You expect him to be, and he may be a very loud personality, I'm not too sure, but what he's been showing, I don't know what we're going to see on the night.
Yeah.
Could be anything.
No, I hope he opens up.
Oh, if he's going to do something special, just give me a heads up. I won't say a word, but I just don't want to lose my nut on the sidelines, behind the commentary desk. Personal sacrifices you've had to make to get here. Obviously, this is a big commitment and time away from the family. How's that been?
That's not so bad. Working from home means I still get a lot of time with the family.
Beautiful.
So, I can't complain about anything regarding sacrifices. Just like nicking off the footy training a couple of nights a week.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been in the lifestyle for a long time. Yeah.
Your full-time job must play a big part and be an advantage, I guess, in this whole thing, because you do get to work from home. I know a lot of people do have a Monday to Friday 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And they're leaving for work at, say, 8 in the morning, and they're not getting home till 8 at night.
Yeah.
It must be a big thing.
It is, yeah. No, I get to pick the kids up from school, get to take them to school, so...
Oh, it's a dream.
Yeah, I'm one of the lucky ones, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And like right now, on a Friday, whatever I don't do right now, I have to do tonight while I'm watching the footy. Yeah,
okay.
So I can catch up.
Yeah. Just take those golf clubs home that have been sitting in your car.
Yeah, happy kids. Yeah, send them down the driving range, buy me an hour. Yeah.
So you're on the infamous blue team.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that?
No, I like my coaches. Yeah.
Yep.
I had no expectations because I had no history. So
okay.
Yeah, so it didn't matter what team.
So this is the first time you've met Nigel and Glenn?
It was, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I did go on Marketplace and buy these Larry...
The
red Hayabusa boxing shoes.
Did see it. Is that because Irvo was team red from memory, wasn't it?
No, it's just because they were on Gumtree on Marketplace real cheap. Yeah. So.
As Eshe votes. Yeah. I think I did. I took some video of you on a bike.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So I've already been called an Eshe. Yeah. Thanks, Billy.
Yeah. Oh, don't listen to Billy.
So I don't know what the red's going to look like with my, my blue outfit. Yeah, so
I think we got those fighter photos, those cardboard cutouts. It looks fine. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And we're editing those up the other day. And you know who your opponent's going to be?
Yeah, Mike Vermey.
Mike Vermey. Is that how you say it?
I reckon.
Is it? I really got to. Mike, can you just send me a message and tell me how to pronounce it? I know it's Vermey or Vermey.
Okay, Vermey sounds a lot more European.
Sounds so much better, doesn't it? Shouldn't say that. It's probably Vermey. I will get the pronunciation of everyone's name just absolutely down pat prior.
Yeah. So I've got a bit of weight on him.
What's the difference?
Maybe an inch in height.
Yep.
Looks like he's got long arms. Yeah, I reckon I've probably only got nearly 10 kilos on him.
Really?
Yeah.
It can be deceptive, though.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Confident going in there? I do like it. I do like the confidence. Walkout music, mate. We're up to this part.
Oh, yeah.
What have we got?
Give It Up, Public Enemy.
Oh, beautiful, mate. Firstly, I want to thank everyone for not choosing AC/DC this time around. I think I did mention
you
why.
warned us off.
I did.
Yeah.
I just suggested. Let's have a listen to this. Whereabouts is it? From what part, do you know?
Straight off.
Straight off the bat?
Yeah.
Who cared about the community.
How good was music? I know I keep saying it, but how good was this back in the day?
Oh, yeah, that's part of the way. Yeah.
The hip-hop back in the day? This is like this kind of stuff?
Yeah,
this was gold,
94-ish maybe, 93. Yeah, so... yeah.
Let's have a listen to this.
I haven't seen the film clip in so long.
Was Flavor Flav the greatest hype man of all time?
Yeah,
that clock that he wore around his neck?
yeah. I wonder how many fancy dress parties people have gone as him.
Flavor Flav.
Yeah.
Oh, it's perfect. Look at him. He was out of control, wasn't
Awesome. Yeah.
he? Didn't he do a TV show recently?
Oh, stuff if I know. No.
I think he did.
Yeah,
it was called, I think it was called The Flavour of Love. I think it was some dating show.
That's great.
That was good. Public Enemy back in the day. I think
Yeah.
someone else is going Public Enemy as well.
No way.
I think it's not this song.
No.
I think, who is it? I don't know. I was going to say Justin Abernathy, but he has sent me that many songs. Hang on, let's have a look, see if we've actually got it in here. Walkout songs here. Public Enemy, there's you. Anyone else? No. Absolutely no one.
Oh, that's good.
I thought there was, I thought someone was going to have, Jesus, what's their other song? I can't even think of what the song was.
Everyone that knows me would have thought I'd go a country song like Toby Keith. I'm not as good as I once was. Something like that. Yeah, but I'll surprise a lot of people with that.
I am surprised because I actually thought you were going to go something. Maybe not country, but I didn't think you were going to go the hip hop. But
Pat Benatar, all fired up.
Oh yeah. Do you remember? She had that song "The Warrior" as well. Was it "The Warrior"? Was that Pat Benatar?
Don't know.
I think so. I don't know. That's been used before. Yeah. After it's all done, we're talking October 8 here.
Yep.
You've got your belt. You've got the family all there at the Crown, frolicking in the Crown Metropole pool.
Yeah,
Kids,
hopefully have a six-pack by then.
Yeah, kids making too much noise coming down that water slide. People giving you dirty looks. Just standard for the Metropole. Have you got plans afterwards to help you? I guess not so much a come down, but just the aftermath that there's going to be because you've had this focal point and now it's all over.
Well, that's every footy season.
Yeah,
every year, yeah, that happens. Build up, end. So it's all fine. Yeah, I just take the kids to the BMX track or something the next day and just get on with it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. Oh, fine.
I think I
like to reflect and reminisce, but I never really, get down on something that's not there.
Get bogged down.
Yeah.
That's probably where, excuse me, that's probably where having like a family does serve, especially having young kids, is a big advantage because, now is time to make up for the time. I know you haven't lost that much time with them, but you get to make up the time with them then.
Absolutely.
So any immediate plans with the family or just spending time?
No, well, our Sydney friends are here fight week.
Yeah.
So after AFL Grand Final next Saturday, there's a group of about 15 of us staying at my parents' house down south in Bustleton.
Okay.
So we're kicking my parents out of the Bustleton house, sending them back to Secret Harbour while we're all
You're in their house, nice.
Yeah, and I'll come back up on the Friday for weigh-in and then stay at Crown for 3 nights.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
that's going to be a great week. That lead-in week is
a whole fight week celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's going to be something else.
Yeah. So it's going to be cool.
That's almost like the perfect lead into it.
Yeah. And I'll remember it forever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So.
And what an advantage having, not an advantage, but what a great thing to have all your mates from Sydney and everything over.
Yeah. Yeah. And a few from here as well. It's great. Yeah. I did hear some bad news. I've got a few Melbourne mates. That were planning on watching a live stream
of the event.
I'm going to have to let them down, aren't I?
They're not, from what I know, you're going to have to check with the bosses, with Nigel and Glenn on this. I don't believe there is a live stream of the event. In saying that, I believe that someone may have set up a camera for Owen Waite last time, ringside, which pointed at it's obviously not as high quality because it hasn't got all the angles, but someone set up a camera and actually I think they just Facebook lived it or something.
Oh, okay.
I think there is. I think there may be options, but I'm not 100% sure.
It will be filmed though, won't it, and recorded.
Yeah, exactly the same as the other one.
Yeah, so they can wait.
And Brightside are doing it as well, and they do it like a world class job, so they don't take long to get the footage out there.
They should have just bought tickets, shouldn't they? I'll tell them that. Sorry, boys, you should have come. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Last question, mate. We
Yep.
have been going for 1 hour 40.
Oh,
Jesus, we've been going. You happy with where you are in life at the moment?
yes.
Very happy? You seem very content, which I like.
Oh, loving wife, great kids, awesome parents.
Everyone's healthy?
Yeah, lots of mates that love hanging around. So, everything's actually good.
Can't ask for more than that, can you?
Yeah, a real good family foundation with the parents, that's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just down in Bustleton, big houses. Is
Yeah.
it?
No, not really. It's a nice house. Yeah, but no, not the mansions down there. No.
Okay. Mate, that's great to hear.
Yeah.
It's good to hear that you are in such a good place and you've got this event really just to top it all off, and you've got plans for straight away afterwards. This will be a great lead into Christmas as well with the family.
Yeah.
Big summer coming up with the kids.
That's right. Yeah.
School holidays, when do they start? Oh, today.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
gee, oh.
done and dusted after today. Yeah.
Jeez, I'm going to have to edit this up. I know I'm going to be busy this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
All right.
That's about it, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Mate, I want to thank you very much for coming in today.
Yep.
And I want to wish you all the best for your last maybe 2.5 weeks of training. The big night's coming up, October 7th. I still think there are some tickets available, so if anyone is keen, jump online and get hold of those. I wish you all the best, mate, and I look forward to seeing you on the night.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, mate.